Bird up.
It's the kid.
It's the greatest show on television. Bird up.
I don't know if it's the greatest show on television.
Bird up.
SpongeBob, pretty great.
SpongeBob is pretty great, honestly.
McDonald's.
Yeah,
I had an idea for a story where SpongeBob is elected secretary or appointed Secretary of Defense.
Ooh. And he drops a nuclear bomb in the ocean and creates Bikini Bottom. What? Oh.
Good. I was reading a story about the Cat in the Hat being a Republican. He is. So, how we starting this bitch?
I don't know. I didn't think that far.
Season 10. What's our thing this time?
It's
called
Season 10
Transcendentalists.
Breaking Bracket is what it's called.
I feel like we've done that before.
We have done a Breaking Bad thing before.
Let's be transcendentalists.
What does that even mean in the scope of a movie podcast?
Yeah.
I don't.
We got this. Just follow my lead.
No, that's too hard. I'm scared, Lucas.
No, it's fine. We'll be transcendentalists taking a hike, talking about movies.
Transcendentalists taking a hike. I do have going forward Seth's votes for the whole first round. Okay. I never heard from Devin, but I assumed we were going to make some sort of AI-based thing.
Maybe. As a tiebreaker in the second round?
Or just as Devin.
How about we should do it as the tiebreaker, the AI, instead of Devin.
But Marina's our tiebreaker.
Well, then maybe we don't need an AI until the second round then.
But then if we have an AI, then we won't ever need Marina.
Well, the second round, we will need Marina.
Not if we have an AI.
Well, I don't think we need to add an AI.
In general.
I don't think we need an AI then, yeah.
Okay. Okay. We'll figure it out. Now, what? Transcendentalists taking a hike?
We're taking a hike. We're talking movies. Talking the season of movies, yeah. Writes itself.
Okay.
It writes itself.
I'll go with it. Just go with it. What a movie Just Go With It is. The Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. Not as good as Blended.
I am doing another movie bracket for our family. Will you be our tiebreaker, or do you want me to use AI for that?
No, I'll be it, yeah.
It's comedies of the 2000s. And I currently have a master sheet of 75 comedy films that I've thought of from the 2000s, and I'm going to try and narrow it down to 32 and then do the bracket from there.
Okay.
The highest rated one I have on there?
Yeah. Is me?
No, I was going to have you guess.
My movie? Super Bad, probably.
That's number 3.
Yeah. The Hangover.
That's number 2. It's Hot Fuzz.
Ooh. Interesting.
And then What We Do in the Shadows at 4 and Borat at 5.
Good. Season 5.
And the bottom one?
Gooby.
It's Year 1.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
All right, Transcendentalists going on a hike. And we're just gonna talk. Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay, you were like looking all around. Yes. I had no.
These fell down earlier, but that's okay. We'll get them later.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do this then. Okay. I didn't do a sound check. Sound check. Lovely. Okay. 1, 2, 3, play. And live from this hike
this hike's great. Yeah, I'm really feeling connected to something higher than nature when we're out here.
We've hiked for like 12 miles. We must be like going way into the atmosphere, like almost beyond. Makes me reflect.
Well, it's not and movies.
And movies.
They're a big part of it too.
I mean,
here we are in nature talking movies, and I'm feeling something bigger.
I think back to all the movies I've seen and how it's almost made me like transcend to like when I'm in that zone and I'm watching a film, I transcend to a different realm, you know? And that's how we feel hiking.
Yeah. It's how Dante felt when he took those steps and he descended.
It's how Donkey felt when he took those steps with Shrek.
Don Quixote, that's right. Don Quixote of Cervantes.
And Donkey.
Our heroes, right? And Byron and Thoreau and Whitman. Of course, that's right.
And
now you're getting it, kid.
Fred, like from Drop Dead Fred, how he's transcending.
No, he's not here. And Birth.
And Birth. And White Men Can't Jump. They were going so high and transcending racism and
it was all on the back of some leaves of grass.
And transcending drug dealers and nature and grass. It's the greatest show on turf.
On Walden Pond. That was beautiful.
On Walden Pond? I like that.
Yeah, that's the Rose thing, I'm sure, isn't it?
I don't know.
That was his thing. He said, I'm gonna go out, hang out at Walden Pond by myself, see what happens.
But what about the film on Golden Pond?
That's
what I thought you were making a play on.
With Becky Slater? That's right. No, Walden Pond. Walden is a poetry thing. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were making a reference between that and then a.
I was making an allusion, but pretty.
You disappeared for a while.
I was did a trick. We have Brandon.
That's me.
Lucas here.
We have Lucas.
Oh my God. I'm blushing. This is the Good, the Bad, and the Movies podcast, folks.
The good,
forgot that aspect. Yes. And this week we've got another auction-based episode. Ain't that right, Brandon?
We do. Yeah, it's an auction-based draft where we get drafted to the army as we draft our movies.
I think there's some interesting plays with the structure we can do going forward, but this is a return to form, if you will. Our special edition 10th version, is that what we're calling? Was this our 6th bracket? How many brackets we done here?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, all these shits.
This is our 8th bracket.
8th bracket, and accompanying award ceremonies. And we're glad you could be here with us. Are you drinking any beers, Brandon?
Our 7th bracket. No, but I've got 1.25 liters of Mountain Dew. Look at how tall this thing is.
That's tall and skinny. That's weird. I have a Diet Dr. Pepper. Elsewhere,
it's the Seths of soda bottles. It's tall and skinny.
Tall and skinny, and a hopeless romantic, and a talented songwriter and chef.
And chef, that burger
looked great. He always makes great looking food.
That was a good burger. It had
but he's not here.
fried jalapenos, some avocado, some bacon. What was the cheese? Some love.
Pepper Jack.
Pepper Jack, half-pound burger.
We're gonna miss him on his endeavors into culinary school. But today we have a special edition bracket for season 10. It was basketball month. There was birthday month. So there's a lot of interesting choices.
There was space month, and then there's just like a couple mixed in, you know?
But you know what we got.
And
a
then
grab bag full of grab asses. And Frank was there. So should we get this? What do we get this thing kicked off with? With awards or bracket? I don't remember.
I'm gonna ask you questions first.
Fuck. Well, give me one of them.
Do you like brackets?
No.
Do you like award shows?
No.
Do you like movies?
No. Give me what do we got going here today?
We've got a bracket and award show for movies. This is the good, the bad, the movies. So if you answered yes to like in brackets, awards, or movies,
I've come to the wrong place. I made a wrong turn.
Or if you like the video game Red Dead Redemption, you might also be a fan.
No, I like three things in life. I like clouds. I conversely like sunshine.
Okay.
And I like the Church of the Latter-day Saints. And that is it, my friend.
I think about clouds a lot. I look at them and I'm like, how big are you actually? Like, how tall are you? How wide are you?
Yeah, and you're kind of contemplating God in that moment, are you not?
I'm transcending, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I only like 5 things. Efficiency.
Not your wife. Okay. Is your wife in there?
What were your 5? Efficiency.
I only have 3.
No,
Cloud, sunshine.
No. From earlier in the season. I remember like number 5 was like, and making that sweet cash, baby.
Yeah, you're right.
I have
power, entrepreneurial spirit.
Power, efficiency, money, entrepreneurship, and making that sweet cash for you, baby.
That was the scene of the last bracket. Now we're on to cloud, sunshine.
No, that started in this. That was at the very beginning of season 10. Yeah, this season was all about. Next season is gonna be all about clouds, sunshine, and Latter-day Saints, folks. So hope you're ready. And movies. And so we've got a bracket for you today.
Let's do the bracket first. We've got our dead pal Seth's votes, folks, for the first round.
He might have COVID. I'm gonna text him and make sure he bought a COVID test.
I don't know if he did.
Our
first matchup, though. Why don't you give me the first matchup?
You would like that? Would you?
Give it to me.
The first matchup.
Give me.
The 4 seed versus the 13 seed. We've got the minis versus RIPD.
Yeah. Easy one for me here, Brandingo. The minis was charming, and RIPD had Ryan Reynolds in it. So you throw that in together and shake it all up, you got the minis as a winner from me.
You say easy choice, but you gave these about the same score.
I did, but I do look at one much fondlier. I'm fondling it.
You're fondling it, yeah. That's what makes a good movie. If you can fondle it, it really it bumps up your score.
It took a little tickle. Yeah. Exactly.
A little tickle.
Brandon. I'll kick it to you.
I think I gave RIPD a slightly higher score, but in terms of our podcast and the bracket, I think the minis has the spirit of what entails us. So I think I'm gonna go with the minis.
Wow, and that was some minis on to the next round for posterity's sake. Let's call it. What did Seth vote for?
We did get first round votes for Seth on all these. He voted for
IMDb.
RIPD.
So
he didn't see the minis, so he doesn't know. All he knows is it's about Dennis Rodman and little people. So I mean, on the
earnest family comedy. It's not. Yeah.
I was thinking about that movie the other day as we were putting in our The fucking clown school stuff was so dumb, though.
Well, yeah.
When he walks into the locker room and he's wearing the nose, hey, I could play for you. You need a 5th? And then they run the trick play at the very end, and all the little
alley-oop.
people are
We'll
forming
talk about it later.
they're forming an alley-oop tower, and he's just in the corner surrounded by 5 people.
Well, that's
Just
a
laughing
future nominee.
so hard. It is a future nominee.
So the minions
Next
move.
up today, the 5 versus the 12 seed. The 5 seed is We're the Millers.
We're the Millers.
We are the Millers.
The Millers. That's a movie I've seen, yeah.
And the 12 seed, The Journey, Absolution.
Pretty bad movie. That's the Mario Lopez joint, right?
Yes. Now, you weren't on We're the Millers with us because of the power outages. What would you retroactively or proactively give that film?
Yeah, that's kind of in the zone of comedies I don't like all that much. The like Saturday afternoon Comedy Central stuff. I think I'd probably give it like a 4.9, but I mean I have to revisit it. I haven't seen it.
A worse score than you gave The Journey, Absolution.
But I think I'm gonna vote for We're the Millers anyways.
Okay. Why?
Yeah.
Are you thinking back on your score for Mario Lopez?
A little bit. I mean, it added genre moments. We were deep in space month, but I think it's kind of losing its glory a little bit.
Man, and it let me down. There was like barely any space. And what was The Journey?
Barely, and yeah, it wasn't absolute at all. You're right.
title is so misleading.
And they were the Millers, it turned out. So what would your be in favor of, Brandon?
I think this is easy for me. We're the Millers is like it's not a great comedy, but it's a very easy watch. It's fun. You can put it on while you're doing something else and just have it on in the background. Quotable. Put Will Poulter on the scene, and then he went on to do things. He was in like The Revenant, and then in The Bear, and kicking butt now. So I'm gonna give it to We're the Millers, and it helped. Well, yeah, but he was already in The Office, so.
Right.
And he did The Hangover.
And The Daily Show.
He was never a host of the day, but he was probably on it.
He was a correspondent.
Oh.
Yeah. Just like Steve Carell was.
Interesting.
And Colbert was.
And then it looks like Seth gave it to We're the Millers too, so a clean sweep for the comedy.
The boys back home are laughing.
Finger popping each other's assholes.
They are, and it's for comic reasons. So now we have the 1 seed.
We have the 8-9 matchup.
The opposite. Okay, should be a close one in theory. What do we got?
The 8 seed, Space Jam: A New Legacy.
The LeBron one.
The LeBron one. Versus the 9 seed, White Men Can't Jump. They're close. They're both basketball films.
The Cliff Robinson one. White Men Can't Jump is one of my favorite movies ever. So I think this will be a sweep, right? Brandon, to you?
No, you said it was going to be close.
In theory, and then we heard the movies.
So you are going with Space Jam?
The White Man Can't Jump, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This was my first time seeing White Men Can't Jump, and I adored it.
Space Jam: A New Legacy.
No, I'd seen that twice before. 3 times before.
Oh, man.
Like my 4th watch of Space Jam 2.
Oh, man. Gross.
First time seeing White Men Can't Jump, and I adored the film. The pacing was great. I mean, like we said, it's based in just like Venice Beach over 4 days, a week or something, maybe.
Yeah.
It's just basketball. It's got that creamy film stock. It's got great music.
Hoppin', Rosie Perez is a good performance. It's just
so good. It's definitely White Man Can't Jump. As creative and pushing the boundaries of AI and basketball and LeBron, it doesn't stand a chance. And Seth also put White Men Can't. He put White Men Can't and then like the disgusted emoji face, because apparently when you type in Jum, just JUM, it subs that emoji in on your phone.
Gross.
He forgot to put jump. That was probably a James Corden thing. He probably fucked it up or something inside his phone.
Yeah, they're fucking going crazy now. You're right.
And our last one for a couple awards.
Wow.
We've got the 1 versus the 16 seed.
Just like I said.
The 1 seed, our most popular film based on podcast and YouTube views and listens.
Likes and letters, yeah.
Gentlemen Broncos with like 66 listens and views.
Oh, all Devin, I think.
All Devin. Did you ever see that? Joking. Did you ever go back and watch it?
No.
Okay.
Was I meant to? I was.
Yeah. And it's going up against.
I ran out of time. I can't do
the 16 seed, Birth.
You still thinking about it?
He came, people. I have been thinking about it. I was thinking about like Danny Houston in it.
Yeah.
For some reason. And like and how he handled it and everything. And
how his name is Joseph.
Yeah, and then you guys did the silence treatment on me, and you guys like, I think Brandon was about to say how much he hates Christianity, and
well, we saw, that was part of the game, right?
I listened to that back while editing. I was laughing so hard because I was like,
it did have some good moments.
I never noticed that his speaking of Christianity silence, Brandon. I was like, okay, and you're like, wait. I was like, no, I'll be quiet. So you're like, I think you meant to say fuck them all.
I'm glad we cleared that up. You're right today.
Yeah.
So, Birth for me.
Oh, why? You love Gentlemen Broncos. You gave it a 7.0.
I do think Birth is in the top 10 movies of my life.
That's a high claim.
And Gentlemen Broncos is not. And I don't
how many
it could be.
Films have you put as a 5 out of 5?
I think 42.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's even in the top 4, 25% of that.
So one of the other Jared has filmed Napoleon Dynamite's a 5 out of 5.
I think this is better than that, in my opinion.
There we go. That puts it into perspective.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Birth. I've been thinking about Birth recently,
Birth. Sorry, Devin.
Really didn't enjoy Gentlemen Broncos all that much. It was pretty.
It was turgid. You said, I believe, in erudite.
I don't know what that word is, so no, I didn't.
Yeah, Brandon says turgid and erudite.
Those 2 words. What the fuck is erudite?
Erudite. Erudite.
Can you give me some context?
Brandon, we all know. I know what it means. It means showing great knowledge or learning.
And now, can you tell me what turgid means while looking directly into the camera at me, and not like
turgid.
A little way? Look right at me.
I never do that. It sort of means, I think, it's sort of like swollen and congested. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's from my memory.
Yeah.
And Brandon, you're being pugnacious a little bit, so.
Shut the fuck up. I'm ostensibly being pugnacious.
Ostensibly. I would surmise that Seth picked Birth as well.
You surmised appropriately and correctly.
Thank you.
It's a 3-0 sweep. He didn't watch Gentlemen Broncos, but 3-0 sweep for Birth.
Yeah, I fucking love that shit, man. That's like one of my favorite movies, man. Yeah, man.
And
so you introduce this next what we do now, Brandon, while I get a glass of water.
I have 5 awards coming up. Some of the less trivial awards, some of the less important ones for sure, and not podcast specific ones either, because those ones are some of our personal favorites. And so I will tell you guys that this voting was tough for some of these. Like there were many categories where we didn't have 5, and we just kind of filled in the blanks at the end. So, but then there were some that were obvious 5.
And some that were contentious and loving and fearful. So what do we got first?
And some that were turgid.
Some turgid. I can, of course, reveal our nominees.
Okay.
With great applause.
I would love that. Our first one's going to be Best Stunt.
Achievements, ladies and gentlemen, in stunting.
one category that I think we only had 3 noms, and I had to put in 2 more. So
one of those that I voted number 1 for. We have Alley-Oop from the White Man Can't Jump movie.
Yeah, good stunt.
We have the Super Jump from John Carter.
Okay.
We have Jeff Bridges shooting deados in a Mexican standoff style from R.I.P.D. We've got some shirtless pull-ups from the Journey Absolution, and we have running down a large hill, Double Down.
So you voted for shirtless pull-ups or running down a hill?
I did.
Alrighty. I mean,
and the Mookie.
I put Alley-Oop because it seemed like the best, but the pick is in. And the Mookie today goes to fucking running down a large hill.
Yeah.
Double down.
Neil Breen picking up his first Mookie of the night, and his first nominee ever.
And he did run down a hill. He did do that, and it was a pretty big hill. I
think Seth's votes are lining up nicely with mine so far. That's a good sign for our voting block.
Because I put that as a 5. Marina did tell me that there was one that you guys both voted 1, and I voted 5. So
there you go. The boys won again. Our next category,
Neil Breen.
Oh, yes, of course.
Our next category, worst CGI.
Achievements. Bad CGI. We got double front flip dunk from the minis, the aforementioned.
So bad.
We've got all the deados from R.I.P.D. We've got John Heater himself, Foo, from The Legend of Kung Fu Rabbit. Not the animation specifically.
Yes.
We've got the city of Denver at a Dutch angle from Battlefield Earth. And we've got the Arctic Fort exploding. Again, another nominee for the Journey Absolution.
I just loved, because I did put, these were 2 that I had to write into, the city of Denver, and then just in parentheses, at a Dutch angle.
These ones I did 4 or 5 on that one.
Fucking stupid. And the pick is in. And the sinner is the double front flip dunk from the minis. Not as bad as an exploding bush through panties, but it was bad.
And kind of unexpected, right? Because it's not a very CGI heavy movie.
That was their only moment of CGI, and it was garbage.
But so they're seconds. They pick up their first win, their first nominee tonight. Good job.
Congratulations, the minis.
Good job to the minis. Well, I'll let them know.
Yeah, we'll write to Dennis Rodman and make sure he gets that news.
Yeah.
Hey, Dennis, you and your boys want a Mookie.
He'd fight us.
Anyways, next category. Worst animal.
Ooh, we have achievements in Bad Dog. We have the shitting python from Gentleman Broncos.
Absurd.
We've got Foo from The Legend of Kung Fu Panda, his second nominee tonight. We've got Biggie from The Legend of Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
We've got the rapping Porky Pig from Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Yeah.
We've got the Blackface Robbers from The Legend of Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda picking up their second, third, fourth, and fifth nomination tonight.
I think
in this category.
Third, fourth, and fifth. They got 3 noms. God, the Blackface Robbers were bad, but Porky Pig, if he didn't rap in that movie, he wouldn't be nominated here. But he just had to do freestyle.
They're bad dogs.
The pick is in.
They're dogs.
And the sinner is rapping Porky Pig scene.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a tie. Never mind.
Ooh.
Oh, because she drew a little tie.
Oh,
nice.
That's creative.
It's a tie between rapping Porky Pig and the Blackface Robbers.
Oh, so did she pick a choice then?
Yes, she put that the sinner is rapping Porky Pig because 2 people put it as number 1.
Okay, and I put it as number 4. That's okay. It's a standout moment for Porky Pig, and there was a.
I think I put Porky Pig at 1, and then the Blackface Robbers at 2. So.
Yeah, I had the blackface rappers too. But that's like maybe they stole some of their votes from each other too. You don't know.
So if I gave it a 1 and you gave it a 4, and we each gave 2s, that means Seth gave Blackface Robbers 2, and he gave Porky the Pig 1 because 2 people gave it a 1.
That deserves it. Good
Blackface
math.
Robbers 2s across the board.
Good math.
Next award, we've got the best couple.
Ooh, achievements in coupling. We can find them. We have Wally and Eve. We have Chevy and Lorraine from the Minis.
I guess.
We have Billy and Gloria from White Men Can't Jump.
Okay.
We've got Dawn and Edie from We're the Millers. And we've got Craig and Noelle from It's Kind of a Funny Story.
I was torn about even putting the White Man Can't Jump. Gloria and what's his name?
They don't stay together?
Because they don't stay together, but I loved their dynamic together. So
it's a good love story still.
Yeah. And I switched. I had David and Rose nominated, and I changed it to John and Edie because the Nick Offerman, Catherine Hahn is a more knit tight relationship. The pick is in. And the winner today is a tie between Chevy and Lorraine and the Middies.
Nice. Yeah.
Billy and Gloria from White Men Can't Jump.
Wow, my 1 and my 2. What one?
Really? The winner today is Chevy and Lorraine.
Let's go. My number 1 choice.
Because someone put it as number 1.
Beautiful. It was you can't deny that it's a beautiful love story in this age of height-dominated landscape.
He does come to realize that it was not all about the beauty in the dumb blonde. It was about that true connection.
Yeah, and I think that might be the most noble relationship on this list, even considering Wally and Eve.
I was going to say, what about Wally and Eve?
What about Wally and Eve? They're done for. They cook them.
Wally and Eve is like a point on classism, and
they're cooked. I think that's 0 for 2 tonight for Wally and Eve, is that not?
Yeah, goodness.
Maybe just 0 for 1. That might have been their first one.
I think 0 for 1. But that's the second award for the Minis today.
Wow.
You gotta let Rodman know.
I expected. Yeah, I'll put it on the list. I'll call him again. So we have more awards. We back to some bracketeering.
Last award.
Okay, and then we'll go bracketeering.
Best score / soundtrack. And we had some bangers this month. This season.
I was gonna say, like we had excess of bad dogs, poor animals. We do have a pretty healthy swath of good scores this week.
Yeah.
So we've got the best score. Wally.
Absolutely gorgeous.
White Men Can't Jump.
Funky and fresh.
Yeah, and like cheerful. Frank.
A movie based on wacky music.
About like esoteric and like the meaning, the distillation of what is art and music.
Yeah.
And Birth, my personal favorite soundtrack of all time.
Gorgeous.
Okay, it's kind of a funny story. Rounds it out.
That's gonna be last for sure.
That was my 5.
Yeah, that was my 5. I was like
top 4.
I was sitting there like thinking of these, and I was like, I don't even know how to rank these. How do we? I am fine.
Mongo, excellent.
Mongo.
You're fine with anything. That's right. Mongo actually liked It's Kind of a Funny Story sound.
I was just about to ask which one was his favorite. He loved the under pressure lip sync scene, huh?
Yeah.
Well, the pick is in. And the winner today is another tie.
Apt.
Between Frank and Birth.
Wow. Excellent. Perfect.
I think I put Wally as first and these two as 2 and 3. But like I said, I'm fine with any of them.
Apt.
The winner today is Birth. But not because there was a easy tiebreaker. Marina picked, she said, because I hate Frank. Suck it, Seth.
Well, Seth's sucking is is my coming, so I will take that. This is great. Yeah, I love Birth. Alexandra Desplat. It's a soundtrack that I will play in my free time, which I think is maybe one of the marks of a like a pretty transcendent soundtrack, right? Because you listen to it outside the context of the movie, and then you're thinking about Birth, and goddamn, it's a better day already.
God, you have Alexander Desplat and Thomas Newman nominated in this season. Those are 2 Oscar winners, I think. I think Thomas Newman might.
Yeah, I'm sure.
For Finding Nemo or
Pretty
for
incredible.
something
That's
even
right.
older.
That's
Alrighty.
right.
5 awards down. Let's keep moving in the bracket.
We're gonna go bracketeering.
Our
The 3
next.
bracketeers.
Ooh. Me, you, and
Marina.
Me and Marina. Our next matchup is the 3 versus the 14 seed. The 3 seed, Double Down. Oh, wide eyes from you. Versus
like Double Down.
The 14 seed, Wally.
Ew. I think I'll go Wally here. Yeah. I like Double Down. I was going to champion it, but I do love Wally as well. That little bastard. So I'm going to go with Wally.
Okay. I give Wally a 10.
That's it.
There could be something that comes up that is, I'm like, oh, I could see us just in the spirit of this bracket and what we do for us putting it over Wally, but it's not Double Down. I will say it's just not Double Down. So simple as that. And then a Seth vote. He put where? Oh, I lost all of his stuff. Seth put Wally as well, making it an easy 3-0 clean sweep today for Wally. And you've been frozen a long time.
My phone overheated.
I was wondering what had happened. I was like, he's been frozen a long time.
Yeah, my phone overheated, and my face is overheating as well.
Did you hear the votes?
No. Wait, I'm not recording either. Wait, let me get back to it. I stopped recording. Should we start again?
Yeah, I've got mine. I'll be fine. We'll just do it from here.
Okay.
We'll just have to do another clap.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, play. We're back.
We're back. My phone was overheated.
That's okay. And your face is overheating.
That's not okay, but we'll try and soldier through as best we can.
He missed the votes, folks. I gave it to Wally, and Seth gave it to Wally. It's a 3-0 sweep.
No irony here.
Marina was doing the cards, and she was like, does Seth not like Wally or something? And I was like, I don't think he's seen it. She's like, okay, he votes way different than you and Lucas do in the in the rankings.
Yeah, we love Wally.
We do love Wally. Okay.
Maybe irrationally.
Next up, I think this is a great matchup, and I'm excited to see what we do with it. It's the 6-11. The 11 seed. It's kind of a funny story.
An Alex movie.
Yes, going up against the 6 seed, John Carter.
Ooh, you're right.
It's
interesting. Hey,
close.
That is not for you.
What does he get?
The phone cord. I'm gonna go with John Carter. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Even
big,
though
it's brash.
It's kind of a funny story, a higher score.
That's right. Oh, my girlfriend was right next to me, so I'm gonna go with John
You had to give it an 8.6 because she was right there.
Yeah. I did like it quite a bit, though. But John Carter's like a
7.
He jumps really high. He jumps so high.
I've been thinking about John Carter recently too. Thinking about that in Birth. I was thinking about how ambitious the ending of John Carter was, where then it came back to him in the future telling the story and how he had planned this whole thing out to kill the Tars. No, not Tars Tark. Somebody. He killed the guy that was chasing him down and used his son or his nephew then to get back to Mars. I was like, that's pretty good. But it's kind of a fun story.
Is that what you're voting for?
I don't know. It was a good little take on mental illness. It had a little comedy. It had a little heart to it.
Yeah, I was going to say. Had a little slickness. Some oil.
I think I'm going to go John Carter.
John Carter, pushing it through. What about Sethy Fuck?
Sethy Fuck gave it to. It's kind of a funny story, but
he's kind of a funny guy. So John Carter going through.
John Carter going through. And our next one, the 7-10 matchup, the 7 seed, Joanna Man.
Joanna Man, do you Joanna Man?
Versus the 10 seed, Battlefield Earth.
Ooh.
Kind of shitty movies.
Yeah, I haven't seen Joanna Man.
Wait, you didn't watch Joanna Man? Oh, okay.
That was like one of those like, what the fuck is this shit? Like Marcy X. I'm gonna go with Battlefield Earth.
Okay. Even though the other one's like a what the fuck kind of movie.
Yeah, in like a bad way, in like a horrible way, in like a hurtful way,
I
ideologically
think fuck. These are two garbage films. Cross-dressing.
I did say I like the Latter-day Saints, so there's a point for me there.
Oh, wait. You're right. No, Connection. No, that's Scientology. Never mind.
I like them too. They're chill.
I was like, yeah, you're so right.
Yeah,
no, not at all.
Right. No, Scientologists totally normal and chill.
I'm gonna put in Seth's vote because I don't know what I want to pick right now. Seth put Joanna Man.
To heighten the tension. That's great. He likes it. He's a Joanna guy.
He also told me, I said, I'm only using your first round matchups, but he said, if you need me for anything else, I will vote Frank over everything unless it ends up in the finals with Joanna Man, then I'm going Joanna Man.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think maybe that can't even happen, but
I think this is like one of the only matchups that Joanna Man even has a chance against Battlefield Earth.
And are you giving it to it?
I am going to give this, God, they're both dog shit. I am going to give this to Joanna Man for the guy that is in love with Joanna Man the whole time, like Smoky Puffy P or something, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to him, not to Genuine.
Puffy P is getting it.
Puffy P. And my last, our last, not mine. Oh my God, selfish much.
Selfie much.
Our last matchup, the 15 versus the 2. The 15 seed is Legend of Kung Fu Rabbit versus the 2 seed Birth.
Wow. I'll go with Frank, another 5-star movie. A 3 we had in this stretch. So that's a pretty good Lucas stretch for me. So I'll go Frank. I love Frank. Frank fucks.
You had 3 5-star movies this season?
Birth, Frank, and White Man.
Wally not? You might have 4.
Might be 4. I don't remember what I gave Wally. I think he's 4.5 on Letterboxd, but he might be above the threshold.
I think you told me that it depends on the day. It's either a 4.5 or a 5, depending on if it's a good day or not. Whoa. I'm going Frank. Legend of Kung Fu Rabbit's garbage. like literal doo-doo water is Legend of Kung Fu Rabbit.
It's so doobie water, you're right.
And Frank is great.
Oh,
Frank is honestly great. And Seth put Frank too, so an easy 3-0 sweep for Frank.
The fucking thing came off my earbud when I... Oh my god.
Oh, so now you got a raw dog in there without a rubber on it?
Yeah, well, I don't want the cat to eat it.
Guys, he's got a earbud in, but without the rubber piece on it. So it's like rotten. Like there's no condom on the earbud going in his ear. He's just taking it all natural, baby.
You don't want the cat to eat it, though.
Also, you don't want the cat to eat it. Seth is buying a COVID test now.
He's smart. He won't eat it.
All right. Are you ready for our next round of noms? We've got 4 or awards. We've got 4 of them.
If I don't fucking die, yeah.
Our first award is worst looking movie.
Oh shit! I gotta pull that worst looking movie. Movies achievement.
Move me.
We've got Battlefield Earth.
Dutch angles.
We've got Legend of Kung Fu Rabbit.
Chinese.
The minis.
Hey.
Double Down. And The Journey Absolution. All return nominees.
Yes, they are. And the sinner, the pick is in, and the sinner is Legend of Kung Fu Rabbit. Banging on the table. It's just terrible. It was like we said, one of the first ventures into animation for China, and you can tell it is
like mainstream.
Bad. Yeah.
Joke.
Which the Dutch angles and the color hues in Battlefield Earth was bad, but then things like the minis and whatnot, they were just looked grainy, Double Down.
Great, you're right. They looked great.
Grainy.
No, they looked great.
It looked like pasta. They were full of grains.
Like posthumous filmmaking, yeah.
Next, no, not posthumous. Then next is the best looking movie.
Wow, its counterpart. Achievements in good-looking movies. We've got Wall-E.
Beautiful.
White Men Can't Jump.
Creamy film stock.
Birth.
Beautiful.
John Carter.
Actually, decent.
And Space Jam: A New Legacy.
So I think there's 3 here, probably.
Probably.
The pick is in. And the winner today is Birth.
Yes, that's right.
I put Wall-E as one for the groundbreaking animation of using pans and zooms and shaky cams and stuff like that. But I'll take it.
Birth is. What about? I mean, there's stuff in there that I've never seen. Looking at her for 3.5 minutes like that shit either. In movies.
Watch more movies then, idiot.
That's the first one that did it. It's the first movie that did that. That was a movie.
The End of The Graduate.
No, that was not this. This was this.
The End of The Graduate did that.
No,
that came out before Birth. I gave you a prime example.
No, this did it for
Try
way
me.
longer.
Google me, bitch.
No, that's different. This is better.
Will he Google me though? Tune in next season's bracket to find out if Lucas Googled me.
It says Birth
bitch.
Wins. Google does.
What's that noise? Some loud ass planes flying overhead. I wonder if it's a jet or a stealth bomber. God damn it, he froze again.
I didn't freeze. I'm here.
Did you overheat again?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
2 more. Did the least with unlimited resources.
Our achievements: Space Jam: A New Legacy, Battlefield Earth, John Carter, R.I.P.D., Legend of Kung Fu Rabbit.
It's odd to see that John Carter was just in best looking and now did the least, but it's because of that $270 million budget.
It's that rare Venn diagram. You're right.
Yeah. And the pick is in. And this is a sinner. The sinner is Battlefield Earth.
Wow. The Scientology movie.
I mean, it had 2 Oscar noms in it, of a one winner, Forrest Whitaker and John Travolta, and Barry Pepper can carry his own too.
Love good Barry Pepper.
And it was so bad.
Ambitiously boring, yeah.
And expensive, and And the counterpart to it did the most with limited resources.
These movies really were pretty resourceful. So we got Frank. It's kind of a funny story.
Yeah.
The Minis.
Okay.
Double Down. Gentlemen Broncos.
That was what I just kind of threw on here because it's like we only have a couple of these that like were low budget ones, so
I was neighing.
I know you were. And the pick is in. Oh, I didn't play it all. And the winner of the Move Me today is Frank.
Seth baby. And my as well. Budget pretty low for this beauty.
I think it was like
$5 million or something.
I think it was like $2 million.
Love that. And they got so much out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apt.
A rightful pick. Yeah, apt pick.
Apt is the word of the night. That's right.
Are you sure it's not pugnacious or turgid?
Pugnacious or turgid or erudite?
Yeah, I couldn't remember the other one. All right. The round of 8 today.
Are we doing all 8?
We're doing all 8.
Wow.
Well, there's 4 matchups.
Fuck. Okay.
God, remember when we did a 64 movie bracket? We'd do like 32 of them before.
About that. Yeah.
3.5 hours, just drunk as hell.
4 is good.
All right, our first matchup today: the 4 versus the 5 seed. The 4 seed, the Minis, versus the 5 seed. We're the Millers.
It's the Minis for me. My defense of the Minis is that this was like a, hey, look, little guy's playing basketball. And then we did the work and dug into it and watched it and came out the better for it, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's like a big part of our podcast is the discovery angle of it. So I like the Minis for that, for us.
I like your
defense,
your dissertation.
Yeah.
On it. You've now got a doctorate in the Minis.
In the Minis, I'm proud.
I think this is close because We're the Millers is obviously the superior film, just
quality-wise, yeah.
Quality-wise, it's definitely a broader audience and it's probably more enjoyable.
What are those positives?
Huh?
What are those positives?
But the Minis has heart. Yeah. It is when something can take us by surprise, it definitely can propel it further. But I do think I have to go with We're the Millers here. And we'll go to Marina for the tie. But this is easy. This was her birthday choice over the Dennis Rodman basketball film. We're the Millers moving on to the final 4, 2-1.
Congrats.
It was a good run by the Minis.
Yeah.
They couldn't keep up because
they couldn't win this championship. Yeah. Not this time.
All right. Oh, shit. The 16 seed versus the 9 seed. Birth or White Men Can't Jump, Lucas?
It's Birth for me. As much as a battle of my loves. Yeah, that's like I said, Birth is going to be my pick for everything here going out, I would imagine. So the birthiness of this will take it over the basketballiness of the jumpers.
Didn't you say that White Men Can't Jump was like one of your original favorite movies? Like I know like Good Will Hunting was like your first
It's
one.
It's been on my list for a long time. Yeah.
In the upper echelon of the
Yeah.
diegetic lexicon.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, both of these were first time watches for me.
Wow.
Both of them definitely took me away, blew me away, took me aback.
Good. They blew your back out.
It blew my back out. I had more fun watching White Man Can't Jump just because of the subject material, but I'm still thinking about birth,
Enraptured.
Yeah, it was transcendent.
Yeah, thank you, Thoreau.
On
Walden Pond.
I think I'm going to go with White Men Can't Jump just for the material there. It was to take just a basketball film and really propel it to that kind of height takes a lot of work, and I think it was great.
Marina,
I'm sorry that I voted against
Marina,
you.
Then. Ignoring, of course, Brandon, is the innovation of the episode of Birth.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even take into account the episode.
No,
I just did the movie.
I said that to spike the football. What did Marina say?
Marina voted. What do you think she voted for?
White Men Can't Jump.
She voted for Birth.
Wow. Brandon is thwarted by his wife.
My wife hates
She dashed your hopes.
Yeah.
Against the ground.
Alrighty.
Their brains came out, your hopes.
Oh!
No, gross.
All right, next up, the 14 versus the 6. You got the 14 seed, Wally, versus the 6 seed, John Carter.
Ooh, a battle of our beefy space heroes, John Carter and Wally.
Yeah.
Some handsome hunks here. I'm going to go with Wally, even though I think John Carter falls a little bit more into what I was talking about, discovery aspect of our podcast.
Yeah.
The hidden gem. The reclamation of a critical project that was once maligned. But I do think Wally's fucking perfect, little guy.
Man, I do forget about that long struggle in history of developmental hell that John Carter was trying to go through.
They've been trying to go through that for 100 years.
It was 1932. They were trying to do comics of it, and then TV show. When you say developmental hell, it's a movie's been stuck for 8 years, been trying to make. Oh, John Carter, 90.
Yeah. Dune borrowed shit from John Carter, and Dune is old as dirt.
Star Wars and pretty much any space film.
So you're voting John Carter?
Yeah, goodness. With that said, I'm going with Wally.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I gave it a 10 out of 10 once again. It is gorgeous beyond belief.
Wally can't jump super high, though.
He can't. No, he can't.
But he can. Maybe that's for the better.
He can make my heart jump.
Ooh, beautiful.
Yeah, thanks. And the 2001: A Space Odyssey allegories are phenomenal in it. So
they're parables. Yeah, they're parabolic.
And our last matchup of the round of 8, you've got Joanna Man versus Frank. The matchup Seth's been waiting for.
Which he can't. I think also Seth would say he would vote for Frank in this scenario because it's not the championship, right?
Yes, I'll message him, but
just in case. But I'll vote for Frank.
I'm gonna say, so if Frank and Joanna Man meet, but not in the finals, who do you vote for?
Who do you vote for, Brandon?
What did you say? You said Frank, right?
I said Frank, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way Joanna Man's making it past this.
We can salute him, but
Frank is esoteric. And
would you give Frank again?
An 8.6?
Do you stand by that?
I think I stand by that.
He stands by it.
I think I love the stuff when his head comes off. And I love the beginning when it's full on recording and enamored by the beauty of Frank. But I think it does lull a little bit when it's Dom Hall trying to take
Hey,
over.
2.6 is a great score. Yeah, I know you don't hand those out lightly. That's great.
Yeah,
that's
so
still highly respectable for sure.
I don't know how soon Seth will answer me, but I'll give Juwanna Man 1 vote since he said he would vote for if it were the finals. But
2-1.
Frank is moving on to the final 4. Apt. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 awards today.
Wow.
Or sorry, not 7, 6.
Wow.
I counted them and I just kept counting.
You do that sometimes with pills and stuff.
Yeah, I just give out extra.
Yeah, for fun.
Oh, he said he would have voted for Frank and not the finals.
That's what I thought, yeah.
I'm going to say weird, but in the finals, Juwanna Man.
So we have a Mookie Award for like coolest cat.
We've got best voice actor or actress.
Achievements in good talking. We've got Willem Dafoe as Tarkus and John Carter.
I liked him.
We've got a trio of Wall-E voice actors. We've got Ben Burt as Wall-E, Jeff Gerlin as Captain, and Alyssa Knight as Eve.
Okay.
We've got Michael Dark Clunkin as Slash from The Legend of Kung Fu Rabbit.
I knew you were going to say that. Slash is such a bad name for a panda villain.
Yeah, of course it is. And it's a great name for a guitarist, though.
Yes, for sure. And the pick is in. And the move me goes to, it's a tie.
Oh, no.
2 Wallies today. Ben Burt as Wally and Jeff Garlin as Captain.
Yeah.
The winner today is Ben Burt as Wally because 2 of us put him as number 1. That must be me and you.
Yeah, that's true. I adore Jeff Garlin's performance, though.
I do, too. I think I put him as 2.
Me, too. So Seth must have put Wally at 3 or 4 or something. Good,
yes, like that.
For Wally, though. A lot of, like, little sound effects.
Yeah, he said that was like the most he's ever done, and it was like way more work than he'd even put into like the Star Wars of voicing like multiple characters.
Wow. So. Yeah.
Wally. Next up, we've got Best User Reviewer.
Probably the most sought after Mookie Award, I would say. We have the Little Songbird.
Yes.
She's not gonna win. We've got the Seth.
As long as you and Seth are voting, she's not gonna win.
We've got Bevo. 6 and 8. Bevo. We've got Brent from The Journey Absolution.
Just Brent.
And we've got LeBron 12 James 3 from Legend of Kung Fu Rabbit.
Shout out Brent, a Letterboxd reviewer, making it in here.
Wow. Best breaking barriers.
So we all know Little Songbird, Sethin the racist, Bevo the idiot.
Oh wait, no, that's Snoopy style. Yeah, Bevo's it's an idiot, and then a couple of one-offs.
Brent, I remember from The Journey Absolution, said the movie was good, but Mario Lopez should have shown whole. 3 out of 5 stars. And I remember LeBron James 12-3 from Kung Fu Rabbit said, Kung Fu Rabbit stole my PS5. 1 out of 5.
Yeah. Well, so who's the winner then?
The pick is in.
Geniuses.
And the winner today,
equivalent to the Penn Faulkner Award, yes,
is fucking Bevo.
Oh no.
3, 6, 7, 8. He's been nominated a lot.
This is his first Mookie.
Yeah, once you win, you can't be nominated again.
Wow. He's not as dumb as Cosmas, and I think we like saying his name. I don't know if he didn't even have that many reviews this season, but good for Bevo.
He always gives everything a 10, and it's just short and it's off. Whatever he's saying is just like so dumb.
I wanted the kid that got his PS5 stolen to get some glory back.
I really enjoyed both Brent and LeBron James. Right. LeBron 12 James.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda stole my PS5.
He did.
Oh my goodness.
He did.
He did. Next up, we've got Worst Actress.
Achievements in bad actressing. We've got Jamie Presley from The Journey Absolution. We've got Jennifer Coolidge from Gentleman Broncos.
Jennifer Coolidge.
We've got Haley Pfeiffer from Gentlemen Broncos.
Hardly know her.
We've got Lil Kim from Juwanna Man. We've got Caroline Macy from the Minis.
This was a hard one. I couldn't think of like many god-awful actresses. But the pick is in. And the sinner goes to Jennifer Coolidge.
Wow.
From Gentlemen Broncos. Marina drew a picture. It says big lips and big tits.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Brandon, put your penis away, Brandon.
My penis is not out. I won't tell you the state of it after seeing
Jennifer
that drama.
Coolidge, I think she's been in here a bunch.
She's been nominated a bunch, but I don't think a winner yet.
She was in Bobbleheads.
She was in Bobbleheads.
And
I feel like something else.
Like a Santa movie?
Maybe.
Is she like a sexy Santa? I don't know. Anyways, are we into worst actor now?
We're into worst actor.
Or why did I emphasize worst? We're already in the worst. Worst actor now.
Yes. Worst actor.
Worst actor, dude. We have John Travolta from Battlefield Earth.
Bad.
We have Mario Lopez from The Journey Absolution.
Bad.
We got Neil Breen from Double Down. A good performance.
No, he was you even said in that. He's not a good actor. He's bad, but...
We got Gabriel Pimentel from the Minis. Well, it's like traditionally bad, but like in the scope of the movie, it's great. And we have Ryan Reynolds from R.I.P.D.
The worst actor had so many options for us.
Yeah, we're rife with them.
The pick is in.
And the winner is Ryan Reynolds.
And the sinner goes to John Travolta in Battlefield Earth. And Marina put, and Fast Flash to Bang Time. Remember in that episode I told you that there was a movie that never went through because one of the Real Housewives of New York City was getting sued?
Fast Flash to Bang Time.
Hell yeah.
It's a great title.
It's super good. Congratulations, Battlefield Earth.
I still hate Ryan Reynolds more.
I did my counting wrong yet again and how we structure this. So we should do our final 4 matchups, then a couple awards, then we'll do our finals so that whatever wins Best Picture doesn't affect what our picks are in the bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do 2 games right now then?
Yes.
2 matchups?
2 matchups. We've got the 16 seed, Birth, against the 5 seed, We're the Millers.
Birth. I think it's an even easier matchup for Birth than their last one.
Against White Men Can't Jump? Yeah.
Birth.
I think so. A tougher matchup for We're the Millers instead of the Minis and the Journey Absolution. It had a good run, but it's finally met a powerhouse in Birth. Because I've been, you know what? I'll say it right now. I've been thinking about Birth recently.
I think
a bunch of aspects of Birth. And
I think that the kid.
The kid.
Like, I don't know if reincarnation necessarily works in like a linear fashion. I think when he saw those letters, it may have been like a trigger for his past life reincarnated, so that both can be right. And I think that's like an honest filmmaker choice.
I've been also thinking about the scene with the doorman throwing the ball off the wall, and he's young Sean's just standing there watching him do it, like not even like playing with him. He's like not even acknowledging the kid. Yeah. So 2 votes to Birth. Sorry, We're the Millers, but Birth into the finals.
Yeah. Against Frank, that's what I'm voting for, I hope.
Frank versus Wally.
Oh, maybe not. I'm going to go with Frank.
You're going to go with Frank.
Which I can see the writing the tea leaves here. You're going to vote for Wally. Marina's going to vote for Wally because she hates Frank.
I honestly don't think she likes Wally very much, but I don't think she hates Wally. But it
does set up an interesting finals.
I adore Wally, to be honest. I think it's all right. Sorry, I meant to say Frank. I adore Frank.
As I to Wally.
As much as Marina and Alex hate the film, and I get it. I see what he's going for, and the ties to the actual musicians, and I think it's clever. I think it's funny, but Wally is a masterpiece.
It dies here.
So 1-1. Marina's vote is indeed Wally.
That's a noble journey for Frank, I think, to the Final Four.
What did Frank beat along the way? Juana Man and Legend of Kung Fu. Easy, Pat.
Yeah, that's okay.
The 2 seed had a very rightful 2 seed path along the way.
That's okay, Frank.
Wally had Double Down, John Carter, and now Frank. It's been taken out some. All right. We got 6 of them here.
Awards?
2 acting and then our 4 podcast specific before our ending ones, okay?
Damn, we do a lot of
okay?
Yeah.
We're going to do Best Actress.
Achievements in solid actressing. We have Rosie Perez from White Men Can't Jump.
the Stokies.
That's the Stokies. We got Nicole Kidman from Birth. We got Maggie Gyllenhaal from Frank.
Good.
Lynn Collins from John Carter, and Emma Roberts, our most featured actress from It's Kind of a Funny Story.
Getting a nom, too. Congratulations, Emma.
She's been here a lot.
But I think this is a 3-horse race with Maggie, Rosie, and Nicole. What?
And the Mookie is in.
What is a quince? I was trying to think of the Q word.
Yeah.
What is a quince? And the pick is in. The Mookie today goes to Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
From Birth.
My number 1 choice.
She was my number 2. I think I put Rosie Perez as number 1. I adored
number 2.
So it all came down to Seth. He gave Nicole 1 and Rosie
apt if ever there was a winner for Best Actress for our podcast. Gal.
It's true. We like to make fun of and put her in all these scenarios, but Nicole Kidman is honestly a phenomenal actress.
Especially in this tour de force, if there ever was one, a tour de France for real.
Yeah, she's a real tour de France. She is the bike. Oh my goodness. Marina also, not knowing the idea of birth, drew a woman giving birth to a child and screaming. Ah!
Well, yeah, that doesn't happen really.
No, it doesn't.
We see the baby being born, I guess, at one point, fresh. Sean.
You do, yeah, the baby Sean in the water birth. But congratulations, Nicole. You're still going to be killed and made fun of and put in strange predicaments.
If the boy's birthday was specifically on the husband's death, that would be even. They should have probably talked about that.
Well, I think that's why they did they should have brought it up, but I think that's the idea of having those scenes back to back as him dying in the tunnel and then the birth. It's supposed to be.
So we have Best Actor?
Best Actor.
Acting! We've got Michael Fassbender as Frankie guy.
So good.
We've got Wesley Snipes, White Man Can't Jump, as well as Woody Harrelson.
Both so good.
We got Zach Galifianakis from It's Kind of a Funny Story. Great.
Yeah.
And Jeff Bridges has to fill it out from R.I.P.D.
Also pretty good. Domhnall Gleeson not making it for Frank.
Tough.
Before we reveal it, which White Men Can't Jump actor did you put higher? I put Wesley.
I put Wesley as well.
Okay. I think it's a Wesley Fassbender matchup here then.
It's a Wesley Fass-off.
Ooh, the pick is in.
They often fight for the same roles.
And the winner today, right, yeah, is Michael Fassbender in Frank.
Imagine if Wesley Snipes' performance in Frank under there.
Imagine Michael Fassbender as the black hustling.
That would have been good too. I think Wesley Snipes' the Frank is a better movie than the Fassbender.
I think
that
so.
Might get a little stupid if Fassbender is honestly
stupid with the Stokies.
Because he would love to say the N-word.
Yeah. Fassbender doing this role without being able to use facial expressions is so good. Yeah, I had to give him his props.
It's another level. You're right. So now we've got podcast specific awards.
Yeah. We're going to start with our best Cats fact name.
We've got Double Fact and Trouble from the minis. We got EJ's Facts of the Night, brought to you by no one from John Carter.
Shout out Jordan who gave us that.
Yeah, that's good. That was good. We've got Rest in Peace Cats.
Such a fucking rest in peace Cats.
They have a timeout, decide not to use it. Curry from Way Downtown Facts from Double Down. And The Spider Bit My Ball Facts from We're the Millers.
Shout out Marina who gave us that one. That's a good one too. Good. The pick is in. And the winner of the Mookie today.
The Mookie.
Well, I see a spider and a penis drawn on here, so it's a spider bit my ball facts. and the spider has a speech bubble that goes, yummy balls.
Yummy balls. Marina, then.
Marina, you're hilarious for this drawing and for a spider bit my ball facts. I think that's great. She is absolutely slaying.
It's a brat night. For the mother.
Tuesday, yeah. Ohio. What other? I don't know those. You work in a high school. You got to know all these things.
Yeah, well, I've been out of practice. I have to go back this week.
Oh man, big week. What day?
Wednesday, but I'm already coaching, so I'm already
okay.
There.
Next up, best fucking sucks. Next up, best running gag.
Best running gag, we have our Emergence Divestus ad.
Which is
Mongo.
Which is real, but
but we're not affiliated. We've got Mongo rating movies as the Mongo the Movie Cat.
I love it.
We've got our faith-based reviews.
I love those.
Which, I forgot to include last week. We've got Lucas being within 8 while guessing to get the win, and we've got Bob Dylan and Grimace having a conversation. Which we and Alex were having conniptions when the Timothy trailer came on during Trap this week because he's Bob Dylan.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I wanted Grimace to come on screen with him. And they really are a partnership.
They really are. How do you feel about Timothy Chalamet playing Bob Dylan?
I think it could be pretty cool. I don't know. I think the least interesting thing about Bob Dylan is also like his mannerisms and how he sings and talks and stuff.
Sure.
So I don't know how good of a movie.
Still is unique, but
yeah.
But Timothy's a powerhouse. Anyway, the pick is in. And our best running gag of the season, the Mookie, goes to Mongo, the movie cat,
Mongo,
giving out ratings. There he is.
He's kind of dead back
he's
there.
Hanging off the side of the bed, just
Yeah, he's loving it.
Congratulations to Mongo.
You can follow him on Twitter, I think. I don't often he doesn't often tweet from that account. Let's see what the last thing Mongo tweeted was in celebration of his winner. He last tweeted, he was hating on some Republican brain dead guy. His last actual tweet was, "The Rock is simply too big for the screen. Maybe on stage his presence could benefit." So Mongo suggesting that, and that was back in January, that
Dwayne Johnson does theater.
To go to the theater where he could utilize his size properly.
Okay.
Interesting take, Mongo. I don't know about that one. He's kind of like a box office superstar. So
that and faith-based reviews I thought were so funny this season.
Yeah.
The out of 40 concept is wild. The out of 40 lowest score wins. Penultimate of these, the best Nicole Kidman moment, Lucas.
Oh man, I closed my phone. Best Nicole Kidman moment. It's not Nicole's day. She spilled coffee on her blouse. She's getting robbed. The robber sees a stain, sympathizes with her. What if the coffee stain was a blood stain? Instead of killing her, he kneecaps her and spills all of her coffee on her. It's not her day. And then Alex Trebek died, and she didn't sign up for the company health insurance plan. White men can't jump.
It's not her day.
She also, in Battlefield Earth, is a frog that deep dives to the Titanic to find treasure, and she finds a violin from the band, and she's now first chair at the Denver Philharmonic, and she gets there she can't play because she only plays with wet fiddles.
Yeah, tough.
She's a frog. From The Journey, Absolution, Seth is a sore dick, and he's throwing fireballs at Nicole, and I'm smiting you, and then he messes up, and then he kills her instead of falling in love.
Uh-oh. Seth
Broncos,
fashion.
Nicole's doing a gainer, and she nails it, but she lands on rubber spikes, and then she slides into a busy highway intersection, and she gets hit by a hearse, and then she's dead in the coffin.
Devin came up with that idea so fast. Like, what if she does a gainer? I was like, yeah, we should have her do a gainer.
And finally, of course, she's a deado and has a superpower to sweat so much that she is so slippery and slides around like a slug. Colin Farrell, Matthew Broderick try and catch her, but they can't because of all the sweat. And they drive across a median and they kill a family.
I love the combination of this fake world mixed with just Matthew Broderick's life.
That's true. Life imitates art. A lengthy quintet here.
Yes, but the pick is in. And the best Nicole Kidman moment is that Nicole is a deado.
She's a deado.
Sweating too much, and the poor family dies from Matthew Broderick.
She wins again. She often wins this category, Nicole.
She does. She really does.
I think she shares it with Broderick and Farrell this time, though.
Yes, she does. Yeah. It's, 3 awards coming out. And our last award, our podcast-specific one, our best tangent.
Our best tangent. Chris Tucker was on the Epstein list, but just because he loves plane rides so much. From Juana Man.
Just go back and forth.
Journey Absolute and Seth and Lucas do a timeshare system for guessing box office and ratings and wager future points. A great idea.
And then you took it all and gave all those timeshare points to Robert.
as we should. Apt. From We're the Millers, Brandon getting up every morning at 5:30 a.m. to use Marina's breast pump on himself, and then he goes back to pretend to sleep when she gets up at 6 a.m. to pump.
Which
is why it's all sticky. From Gentlemen for Broncos, we mistakenly think Emily tells Brandon he looks like Lord Farquaad, and Brandon takes this blow so well.
I took it very well.
He's pretty handsome, yeah.
Chiseled jaw. Super short, though.
And finally, Grimace is an offensive guard, and he barks a lot, and they turn that into a laugh track for a sitcom, and it is the most hated show on television by dogs. Pretty much kind of a funny story.
The second most hated show, The Good Doctor.
Yeah.
Dogs hate that show.
Yeah, they have good taste.
And the pick is in. And the winner today of the Mookie for Best Tangent goes to me. Getting up at 5:30 every morning to use Marina's breast pump on myself and then go back to bed and pretend I'm asleep at 5:59 so she can get up at 6.
Do you do that?
I don't do that.
Could you if you wanted to?
I don't think these titties have milk in them, so no.
Blood?
I mean, they definitely have blood flowing through them.
Nice. That's gonna make the viewers so horny.
That's so hot.
So we're doing our Frank and Birth fucking throwdown now, right?
Our Wally and Birth.
Oh fuck. Then it's gonna be Birth for me, Brandon.
And I think it's gonna be Wally for me.
This is not without tension because I think Marina's up in the air here.
Yeah, I don't think she's highly fond of either film. Now, if We're the Millers was in here, that would be the winner.
Did she watch both of these movies?
She hasn't seen Birth, and she's like half watched Wally once. So
might go in my favor.
This is I just heard her blush. She's stall. Everyone use the bathroom right now. Remember when you used the bathroom in the middle of the episode, in the middle of the bracket? That was so funny.
That was good.
Holy shit, that was hilarious.
It was good audio too, I think, because you couldn't hear me peeing, but you just guys freak it out.
Well, you could hear you peeing on the YouTube, but you couldn't hear you peeing on the actual podcast. But on the YouTube, you couldn't hear Devin's reaction and laughing.
Yeah.
But on the audio, you could. Oh, man. The tension is high. Marina has yet to read the message.
Marina.
Marina.
We'll take this moment maybe to say what our movie is next week.
Yes. So next week we're kicking off a new season 11. We're doing I've watched this movie once forever ago at my cousin's house. It's called The Country Bears.
The Country Bears. Never heard of it.
I think I might try and have Carter on.
Beautiful. Yes.
Because he's going to be here in Billings for Callie's first birthday. So I think Carter and Seth and...
Beautiful. That'd be great.
That would be great. The Country Bears. And then after that, I think we're doing Kelly's birthday episode. Maybe it's the week after. She picked Little Miss Sunshine.
Oh, a woman after your own heart.
Oh, it's going to tear me apart.
Tear apart your heart. Has Marina weighed in?
She has not even seen the message yet.
You need to call her then, maybe.
Marina! We used to live in an apartment and I could do that. Yeah. Now our house is too big and I have a sleeping baby. Oh, she's typing. The winner of season 10's Breaking Bracket is Wally.
Oh, it's Wally. That's okay.
I'm sorry. You almost had 2 years of brackets where your birthday pick was the winner because A Brighter Summer Day beat out the Florida Project that year.
Oddly. Oh, another sadity maybe for me. But we love...
You picked A Brighter Summer Day for the winner on that.
I don't... Who knows what I was going through, maybe. Florida Project's the best movie of all time. I don't remember why I did that. So...
Wally's the winner, joining Ratatouille as another animated, and Spirited Away as another animated winner.
Masterpiece and Anointed So.
Congratulations, Wally, our winner. We need to look back and reflect on those we've lost along the way. Salute the soldiers with one shining moment.
I forgot we did that.
I can just hear Alex talking in the background too.
Yeah, she's letting the cat have it right now.
2 final awards.
Should we do it bad style?
No, we're not doing it bad style. Seth's not here.
So we have our 5 nominees for Worst Picture, the 5 baddies of our year.
Ooh.
In a bad way. We've got Battlefield Earth.
So bad.
We've got The Le Journey Absolution.
So bad.
Absolute. We've got Legend of Kung Fu Rabbit.
So bad.
We've got A Double Down.
It's not as bad.
We've got Ripped. R.I.P.D.
Not as bad.
No.
And we both thought kind of decent about that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
But totally. Like you said, it has Ryan Reynolds. So for you, it's a knock.
For sure. I gave it a 2.
The pick is in. And The Sinner for season 10's worst movie goes to The Journey Absolution.
They did it.
David Dakota's first loss.
Wow. His first Mookie for the Move Me. I think a good top heavy category this year. I think there were some stinkies.
Battlefield Earth, that, and Legend of Kung Fu.
And I voted R.I.P.D. It might have tanked some of the other choices. So now we move into our good award.
Our good award, our best picture of the year.
If you are a film, there is no higher honor to be bestowed upon you than to win Mookie for best picture.
Yeah, right. Dennis Rodman. We're gonna tell you about this one too, just cause. Yeah, and I think
let you know he'll be.
The tensions are high because I put Wally at 1. You definitely put Berth at 1, and Seth definitely put Frank at 1.
All right, and then everyone put John Carter at 5. So we have Wally.
Everyone did, yes.
We have White Men Can't Jump.
Oh.
We have Frank. We have Berth, and we do have John Carter. He does get to jump up onto the stage here to be a part of the finale.
There's a 4. There's a top 4, and then there's a gap for
there's a big jump. A John Carter jump.
It's kind of a funny story, where the Millers are all kind of maybe in that mix. Yeah.
Maybe people are saying they have to extend Best Picture to 10 pictures in the future. Just like the Oscars.
Yeah, so we have 5 worst picture noms, 10 best picture noms, and just 1 in the middle that doesn't get nominated.
The ultimate disrespect, yeah.
But the pick is in. Are we going to have a season of overlap?
A sweep?
The winner of Best Picture, oh my God, it's written so big, which means it's a short title. Wally, Birth, Frank all have 5 letters.
I can't see it. Oh, it's Frank.
With a little head. Oh,
wow.
Look at that picture. She nailed it.
She did nail Frank's ass.
Oh, shit. Tune into the YouTube at 1:30:07 to see how good the picture is.
So in a shocking turn of events, Birth goes empty-handed from the big 2 awards. It is Frank with the Best Picture. It is Wally with the bracket win. But you can't hate on any of that.
Nicole got the win.
Nicole got a win. White Man also empty-handed.
Unfortunately, didn't get anything. Didn't get Best Couple. Didn't get actor, music, looking,
actress. I think it shows how strong the top of these movies are our favorites. Some of our favorites were in this season.
4 were competing every single time in the best cat. Oh, hell yeah, rep. My shirt says, do you like lizards? Do you like snakes? Do you like tortoises? Do you like frogs? Do you like toads? Do you like sharks? Do you like jellyfish? Do you like octopi? Do you like squid? Do you like whales? Do you like crabs?
Mine says, bebept, udept, snailmept.
This is the good, the bad, and the movies.
It is a good, the bad, and the movies, Brandon. And that's our special award show, folks.
That's our season 10, folks. We hope you've enjoyed sitting through us for 10 seasons. Like we said, season 11.
They eat this shit up.
They love it. They love us.
Come get your slop, piggies.
Get us back in the top 10 of best movie podcasts. Tune in next week for the Country Bears.
Carter might be here.
I'm going to give us our quick schedule for the month, just so you guys are prepped. I said the Country Bears. The Little Miss Sunshine will be either the week after that or the next. One that we kicked out for Gentlemen Broncos, we're bringing back in Shallow Hal.
Shall.
Ooh, Lucas, then Babe 2.
George Miller.
Babe 2, yeah. What's going to surprise us? And then I've heard like a giant box office blunder, like terrible film, In the Name of the King, A Dungeon Siege Tale. I think it's a Jason Statham film. So
sounds good.
Yeah.
Name of the King. All right.
The rest of the season, you've got the Downtown Spook Boys. They'll be joining us. You'll have a short little pick for the Holiday Hose. We might have to decide on a Hanukkah film, you said.
As we should.
And then a couple birthdays spliced in, like we said, Kelly, Carter, Devin. We'll have them all. We'll try and get Robert back on. He's away. Get him back on.
Love that.
He needs to at least be on for a November episode like every year. It's got to be something crazy.
Love that.
Do I have anything crazy in November? What did I put?
We could switch some things around.
You know, I only have Carter birthday, Devin birthday, Earth Girls Are Easy, and Rollerball.
Rollerball is crazy. I like Rollerball.
There we go. So, thank you, Lucas. Thank you, listeners.
Thanks, listeners. And how about you, Gadoosh?
You Gadoosh yourself and everyone.
Love it. And you.
And me. And you.
And yourself.
And yourself.
Oh, fuck, it's so hot. I'm dying. Ginger be dying.
Shit, that's so loud.
Yeah, I need it. And I gotta find the fucking plastic thing so Ginger don't eat it.
I really, now that I'm hearing how loud that thing is right there, I appreciate what you're putting yourself through. My goodness.
Yeah, you can't do that. But now I have to. Probably take a cold shower.
Nice.
A hot boy shower. All right. Good bracket, Brandon. I think
we
flowed nice.
Go shave your legs and shit. Yeah, aside from that, but I can do some editing for that. So.
You're a magician.
Peace. Peace.